So let's talk about a business model that promises something pretty radical these days: total control. We're talking about your own world, your own community, and your own rules. Today, we're going to break down exactly how it's supposed to work.
And really, it all boils down to this one powerful sentence. This is the core idea we're going to unpack today. It's all about a big shift away from building your business on scattered platforms and instead creating a central universe that you and only you own.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the entry point, something called Mission 1000. Then, we'll really dig into what this whole hub-centric idea means. After that, we'll check out the tool that makes it all happen, eStage. And finally, the part you're probably waiting for, we'll walk through the actual path to making money with this thing.
Okay, first up, Mission 1000. The best way to think about this is like the front door to a whole new building. It's not the building itself, but it's the message, the marketing engine that gets you excited and invites you into this entire way of thinking. Now, this is super important to understand because it clarifies the two main pieces of the puzzle. On one side, you've got Mission 1000, that's the why, it's the invitation, and on the other side is eStage, that's the how, the actual tool you use. So you got the message, and then you got the platform. So you see how this fits together, right? Mission 1000 is your guided entry. It's designed specifically to bring you into the eStage world by explaining the big idea behind it all. It makes everything make sense, so it's the obvious first step you take. Okay, so you've walked through that door. What's the big philosophy waiting for you inside? Well, that brings us to the main event, the hub-centric business model. This is the whole reason Mission 1000 even exists, to promote this core concept. And you should know, this isn't just some random idea they're throwing out there. It's actually being positioned as the theme for 2026. That tells you this is a major strategic shift, a big bet on a future where businesses are self-contained and completely owned by the entrepreneur. So what in the world is a hub-centric business? Just imagine building your own little version of a social media platform, your own online course portal, your own store. All of it, all in one place that you control. You build a community around whatever you're passionate about, and then you get to monetize it directly. No middleman taking a huge cut, no algorithm deciding who sees your stuff.
Sounds pretty great in theory, doesn't it? Total control, direct path to your customers. But okay, the immediate, obvious question is, how does a normal person, especially a beginner who's not a tech wizard, actually build a hub like that?
And the answer to that question is the platform itself, eStage. This is the technology, the software, that makes this whole hub-centric dream a reality. You know, it's what they call software as a service, which really just means you're using their tool online to build your own thing.
And the whole purpose of eStage is crystal clear. It's the toolkit. It gives entrepreneurs, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro, the actual ability to construct their own empires. And that word is intentional. This isn't about just building a little website. It's about creating a scalable, multifaceted online business that is 100% yours.
This quote right here, it really reveals the core philosophy behind the whole platform. It's all about focusing on the beginner. And the logic is pretty simple, right? If you can build a tool that someone with zero experience can use and actually succeed with, then it's going to be incredibly powerful for everybody else too.
You can kind of see it as a ladder of success for all different types of users. A total beginner can get on that first rung and build a real business from scratch. An entrepreneur who's already got stuff going on can use it to pull everything together into one central hub. And a really high-level player, they can climb all the way to the top and manage a massive empire from one spot.
So this all leads us to the most important question of all, the one everybody's thinking. How do you actually make money? Let's trace the path from the moment someone signs up to the point where they're generating real, actual revenue.
The key to all of this is something called the Monetization Kit. What's really cool is that this is built right into that Mission 1000 entry point. So instead of just giving you a bunch of tools and saying, hey, good luck, this system gives you a ready-made path you can follow to make money while you're building your community.
And they break the journey down into 4 really clear steps. Step 1, you come in through Mission 1000. Step 2, you get that monetization kit. Step 3, you use eStage to build out your community hub. And Step 4, you monetize that community you just built. Simple as that.
And what does that monetization actually look like? Well, it's direct. You're selling your own products or your own services. And here's the most critical part, the real game changer. You keep 100% of the money. The control and the profit stays with you.
And this quote just brings it all home.
When you have a platform you control, a community that you've personally built, and products that you profit from completely, you're not just playing at being an entrepreneur anymore. You're in real business, the real deal.
So we end with this big question. This model, it presents a really compelling vision, right? Creators owning their audience, owning their income, totally free from the whims of big tech platforms. But is this self-contained, hub-centric approach really the future? That's something to think about.